is Tenzing Rigdol. I'm here at the opening in Rossi Rossi Gallery.
Tenzing Rigdol arrived yesterday from New York. This is his second attempt to come to London. He tried 3 years ago, but the British wouldn't let him in. So because we didn't have the proper documents then. So we are very happy he can be here for his second solo show with the gallery.
This is Tenzing Rigdol's new solo show in London. It's the first time he's been to London, though it's his second solo show that we've had. The show is called Darkness into Beauty, and it features a series of new works that he's created especially for us.
I use the image to show contemporary issues, so I use it like a stage, like a ground, and also some people say right now all this image look like pop art, you know. I think it's already been a pop art where in every Tibetan family you have this image, but I think it's rather anti-pop.
Rigdol is one of the more articulate of the young Tibetan artists and has become a focus of attention of the Tibetans who are exiled from their homeland.
Tenzing Rigdol was born in Nepal, but of Tibetan parents, then went to India and became a refugee there. He then eventually arrived in America, where he trained as an artist in Western contemporary art, but prior to that he had a rich background in traditional Tibetan techniques. He brings all of those things together to make these amazing contemporary artworks that combine the traditional iconography of Tibetan Buddhism with the kind of the way that contemporary artists anywhere in the world articulate their sense of identity through style and technique and so on.
The works that he's produced for this exhibition are there's a new body of work using collage and traditional tanka technique, but reinvented for the 21st century. It has a technique of great sensibility and immediacy.
Can I ask you about something slightly different, which is obviously not able to be represented in this show tonight, but I should have said at the beginning that obviously you have many different media in which you work as a visual artist. You're also a poet and writer. I'd be particularly, I mean, one of the most interesting and I think most powerful works that you've done is something that simply can't exist in a gallery space like this, which is the piece you did in 2011 called Our Land, Our People. Our Land, Our People was produced from 20,000 kilos of soil from Tibet itself. Tenzing Rigdol managed to get that soil and transport it into Dharamshala in Himachal Pradesh in India, from Tibet into India.
And this soil was used as a platform. He built a platform which allowed many of the exiled Tibetans who live in Dharamshala to walk on their home soil for the first time, for some of them for decades. And it was a deeply emotional experience for many of them, and it had resonance around the world.
I was looking at it from very far away, and it looked like lots of explosions of emotion, you know. And I got a little scared also, I think. So I removed myself, and then also basically I laid down a stage. And about like 6 feet tall. Usually Tibetans are not taller than 6 feet. So I wanted them to just see the tip of the soil so that they're not looking down. And then when they climb up, that they not think too much, and the emotion work better. So that was the idea. And then they responded very powerfully. And those who cannot speak on microphones, left some papers on the side, so they wrote things, and on those papers also lots of powerful things. You know,
This was clearly this was an artwork, but an artwork that clearly elicited enormous empathy, sympathy and emotion from those Tibetans that encountered it, from the Dalai Lama downwards.
Many of the paintings involve images of flames and fire, which obviously has resonance with a series of immolations of monks and nuns.
Rigdol explained this piece to us by saying that it was a commentary on the history of Tibet, on the 3 regions of Tibet. It's actually a triptych, and how they are unified by the Tibetan language, plus into which the figure of perhaps the Buddha at the point of parinirvana, that is the moment when he died and entered into the Buddhist equivalent of heaven, a kind of the space of nirvana. But it also, this piece resonates with ideas about the current political situation in Tibet, and in particular the nearly 100 people who have committed suicide by self-immolation. So the face of this figure is constructed from a series of flames.